It was unequivocally one of the most immersive and exhilarating experiences I've had in a movie theater all year, and I'm not exaggerating. A couple of days ago, I got to witness the F1 movie a couple weeks before it dropped in theaters, and let me tell you this. Think Top Gun Maverick. The movies are very, very similar. Firstly, in its plot, 30-year veterans coming back to the dance for one last ride. Both films have a banger soundtrack and great sound editing. The acting is really good to even great, and those action scenes, you must, and I can't stress this enough, if you're watching this movie in theaters, you must watch it in either IMAX or Dolby Cinema. I'm telling you, standard format will not do your experience justice. Like, I watched this movie in Dolby Cinema and the sound just boomed. My seats were shaking. I felt like I was actually there in a racing track arena. And then with the excellent camera work and cinematography, there were certain scenes where you're having a first-person POV of being in the car. You actually feel like you're driving. Like I said, you are doing yourself a disservice if you see this in standard format. You must see it in IMAX or Dolby Cinema. The main character is Sonny Hayes, portrayed by Brad Pitt, a very successful race car driver in the 90s who, after one accident, is set into an early retirement at the peak of his career. 30 years later, he's fallen into hard times. He's a taxi driver with a gambling addiction, and he's living out the back of his RV. His old friend and manager Ruben goads him into coming back to the dance. So his friend Ruben gets him to come back, but he must share the team with a newcomer, a young up-and-coming prodigy in Joshua Pierce. And these two do not get along. They don't like each other. Joshua Pierce, great racer, but all about the fame and the fortune, very arrogant, and he just knows he's better than Sonny. Sonny Hayes, great racer, but also, some might argue, past his prime, doesn't listen, marches to the beat of his own drum, and he bumps heads a lot with his team. These two on screen are like oil and water in a very good way. And you may think you know how the story's going to go in the end between these two, but just watch. Again, story is much akin to Top Gun Maverick, but it's by the same director, so I don't think we should be too surprised. Another movie I would say it's relative to is Challengers, but, without the guys kissing each other, that doesn't happen in this movie. But Challengers in the sense that it is a super intense movie, and when you're on that racetrack and they're going like hundreds of miles per hour, you feel it. I know I keep saying immersive, but that is the best way to describe it. No question in my mind, when we get to Oscar season, best sound, best editing, and best cinematography are all nominations F1 will be getting. And as for my final verdict, I would give F1 4 out of 5 stars. Like, it's not a groundbreaking film, and it is very niche in the fact that if you're not into racing, it may not be captivating to you at first. And I'll admit, I wasn't entirely enticed to go see it at first, but I implore you to give it a chance. I would say it's a weekend movie. That's my thoughts on F1. We'll talk more soon.